and out through the mouth. One last one. Beautiful. Then gently opening the eyes. So we're going to start with a little bit of shoulder movement. I'm sitting right back in my chair. I want to come forward to about, not to the edge, but to the halfway maybe. And my knees are positioned over my ankles. Beautiful. And your hands are just resting on your knees or lap. So we're going to breathe in, we're going to do a seated cat-cow. So we breathe in, we pull the chest forwards, pull the hands back towards the hips, look forwards or look up. Breathing out, tuck the chin, round the spine, and let the hands stretch. They might even go over the knees. So closing the eyes, breathing in, breathing out. Nice and slow, feeling the fluid movement of the spine. Last one out here. And then coming back to center when you're done. From here, we're going to slide one hand forward. So I'm going to slide my right hand forward, my left hand back, and I'm going to look over my left shoulder. And then I'm going to come back to the middle and swap it out to the other side. So breathe in as you come into the center. Breathe out as you go side to side. Nice and smoothly. And we come back to the center when you've done as many on one side as the other. So now we're going to do that same movement, but instead of looking over the shoulder of the hand that's going back, we're going to look over the front shoulder. So breathing out, front shoulder, and breathing in. Last one here. And coming back to the center. We're going to do something standing up before we go down to lay on our backs. Actually, no, we're going to do one more here. Take your hands around the back of you. If you've got a chair that's got a back on it, it's a bit easier. But if you're on the lounge, you can still just take your hands around to the back and maybe push into it. And as you breathe in, pull forwards. And as you breathe out, pull back with your hands. So a bit like our seated cat-cow, but we can push away a bit more. You can see I'm straightening my arms behind me. And then I'm bringing them back, working quite deeply into the shoulders. Last one here. And back to the center. Perhaps feels good to roll the shoulders or move, just to release through those shoulders. So now we're going to do a seated twist. So I'm going to take my right hand to my left knee, and my left hand is going behind me. And I could even sit back a bit in my chair if that felt better, and hook my arm over the back. I'm going to take a breath in. And as I breathe out, use your hand on your knee and to look around, push against that knee and looking over the shoulder. Keep those shoulders down. Find a way to breathe. Now keeping your body in this position, Start to float your head to look over the front shoulder. And then back. Just one more time. And coming back. And then untwisting again. Adjust yourselves. We'll do the other side. So left hand to the right knee, right arm hooks around or comes around. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, use that hand on the knee and the arm on the chair to gently pull yourself around and look over the back shoulder. Relax the shoulders down. Find a way to breathe. And then start to let the head come forwards and float over the front shoulder and back. And one last time. Coming round, coming back to the front. That feels good. All right, we're going to come back to the front of the chair if you move back. Going to let one leg come long and then hook the other leg over the top. Place your hands on your thigh. If your leg long is not comfortable, just bend it a bit so that it's comfy for you. Take your hands onto your thighs. Take a breath in as you breathe out, leaning forwards. You might feel a stretch down the back of the leg that's long, and then come back up. We'll do 2 more of those. And last one. This gives a nice little stretch through the sciatic and hamstring, especially if you pull those toes towards you. And coming up. Let's do the other side. So swapping over, whichever side you didn't do before. Taking a breath in, as you breathe out, sliding down. Notice anything you notice about this side compared to the other. I think for me this side feels a bit tighter. And one last one. And coming back up. Beautiful. All right, we're going to do one more seated one, and then we'll do a standing one. So we're going to take our right foot, well, I'm taking my right foot to sit on top of my left knee. Now, if this is not good for you, you can take your leg longer and just stretch it down. But I think most people can almost get there. Beautiful. And again, we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to put our bodies forwards, and you might feel something down the piriformis, down the side of the leg. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, leaning forwards. Breathe in, coming back up. Remembering not to go into any pain, breathing out as you come down. In as you come up. I'm just going to do one more of those. Coming down. And coming back up. Beautiful. And we'll swap it out. Oh, this side doesn't like this one. Taking a breath in, breathing out, leaning forwards and listening to your body. I know for me that this side is a bit tighter through the hip flexors here. Just one more, breathe in and breathe out. And coming up. All right, so have a good wiggle and standing up. I'm going to turn my chair so that the back is away from me for this one. It's a bit of adjusting of things to do in this chair class, but that's all good. You can adjust your clothes, you can have a drink like I'm going to do, and get yourself into the right position. So from here we're going to do a downward dog on the chair. So we're going to bring our arms up. As we breathe out, coming down so that our hands can grab, they can be flat, they can grab the outside. It just depends totally on what you want to do. And I'm going to move my feet back a bit because that feels right for me. And then I'm going to put my ears between my arms so I have a nice flat back. If this is too intense, bend your knees. You can even rest your belly on your thighs. You can make it easier. If it's too much like that, you can turn the chair around. You can just do it with the back of the chair if that's giving you too much. And you're breathing, aren't you? Just checking. Know what you guys are like. And then we're going to come up. And what have we got? We've got another standing one. I'm going to turn my left foot out to 45 degrees. And I'm going to take my right foot up onto the chair. Now, if this is too high for you, you can do a lunge, a standing lunge. Or, for next time, you can get something a bit smaller, a step. So from here, bringing the arms up, palms are facing together. You can't see them because I'm out of the picture. And then lunging forwards. We want to make sure our knee comes over our ankle and not over our toes because that's very unsteady. If having your arms up is no good, bring them to your hips. Finding a way to breathe. It's too much on your back leg, a little bend in it. Finding somewhere that suits your body. Now from here, we're going to come back, make this front leg straight and pull the toes back, leaning forwards. So we'll do that again, flatten the foot, lunging. Breathing, smiling. And then straightening the leg, heel, pull the toes back towards you, leaning forwards. Beautiful. Let's bring that down, do the same to the other side. So turning, I've got my right foot, so you do the other foot out to 45. Finding that position on the chair that's right for you. And again, this side might be different to the other. You might need to do a standing lunge if this side doesn't work for you. And then coming into your lunge, making sure the knee is over the ankle. And I hope you've got some nice music playing at your home. Bringing that foot leg back onto the heel, pulling the toes forwards. One more time, flattening the foot, coming into the lunge. Again, you can put your hands up if you want. I forgot about that. We had our hands up before, didn't we? Oops. And then coming back again. Beautiful. And coming back down. Having a wiggle, stretching it out. All right, we're going to come back to that first side you did. So whichever foot that was, for me is my left foot turns out, my right foot comes up. I might need to adjust that grounded foot more to 90 degrees than 45 here. So we want to come into our lunge again. Now you can put your elbow on your knee, or you can bring your hand to your ankle, or you can even rest it on the chair. Put your other hand on your hip and take a breath in. As you breathe in, rotate that top shoulder upwards. Feel a little twist. If it's too much for your head, make sure you look down. Otherwise, you can look forwards. Or if you want to extend it more, taking that top arm up. And you can look up if that suits you. And then coming back down. Gently coming out of that, however suits you. I'm going to do the other side, but I'm going to turn my chair around, otherwise you won't see it properly. So the other leg up that you had before, rotating the foot 90 degrees, coming into that lunge, back a bit, resting with the elbow, with the ankle on the chair, whichever suits you. Now this side is a bit tighter for me and that movement through the hips not accessible, so I'm going to take this option. Hand comes on the hip. As you breathe in, open that top shoulder up. Staying here or taking your arm up, looking down, looking forwards, looking up. Whatever works for your body. And breathe in. Of course, the most important part. Beautiful. Coming out of that, I'm feeling like I need to do another one of those downward dogs. So placing your feet, leaning forwards, holding onto the chair in whatever means you need to. As you bring your ears between your arms. Beautiful. Coming up. We've got one more standing posture before we go and have a lay down, because I know that's why you all come. Right, you need to turn the chair around so that you've got it for balance. If you haven't got a chair, you can use a bit of wall for this. You can actually use most of those on the wall, except for the legs up, the foot on the chair one. All right, we're just going to come into a tree pose here. So remembering the options are to have the toe, the ball of the foot grounded, resting on the ankle. You can come to the inside of the calf, or you can put your foot up on the inside. See how my hip goes out? I don't want that to happen. I want to pull it back in and pull the pelvis forwards. Now if I feel confident, and I'm on carpet here, so it's not that good for balance. So you could bring your hands into prayer, could take them out to the side, you could take them up above your head. Whatever works for you in this context of where you are. So pick a focal point, don't look at me because I'm wobbling. So find somewhere that's good for you to focus on. Let your breath come in and out. And then slowly, when you're ready to release, bring the knee forwards, let it slide down. And give that standing supporting foot a bit of rest too. So we get ready to do the other side, knowing that two sides of your body sometimes are not equal. So maybe tonight, this is where you need to go. Remembering that hip, pull it in and then pull the pelvis forward. Knees going out to the side. If you don't need the support, take your hands away. Find that spot to focus on. Breathe, listen to the sounds around you. And releasing that through, grounding the foot down. Might be nice here just to release through the hips, so just taking the hips side to side. Maybe some circles, nice soft knees. Back the other way. Beautiful. Right, we're going to come on to our back, so I'm just going to have a slurp of water first. Make sure your props and stuff are all near you. Now, just some tips for the chair or the lounge. I know when I lay down with my chair this way, my feet hit the back. So if it's possible, you could possibly put your chair that way. And you want to have all your stuff nice and close to you. So coming down onto your back, and you want to have your knees in the crook of the chair if possible. Otherwise, it might be a bit uncomfortable. So we're going to just take a few minutes to relax down here. So once you've found your comfy spot, just close your eyes and breathe, feeling the back of the head on the floor, shoulders, arms, hands, feeling the back of your legs grounded on whatever you've got them resting on. This is a really good posture for the nervous system. Gives the heart a rest. So you have some reprieve from the fight flight. If you're feeling nervous or anxious, it's a time where you can just take a little bit of time out. I think in these times we all need that. Alrighty, from here you're going to find your trusty strap or tie or whatever you have brought with you. If you haven't brought anything with you, that's fine. You can just hold your leg up there with your hands, but that sometimes the shoulders get a bit tense. So you're going to put your strap onto the ball of the foot, so not in the arch, up on the ball part. And you're going to see if you can let your elbows rest on the floor. Sometimes I like to loop the strap. And if you can't get your legs straight here, take it further forward so that you can. You can even support it on the chair if you're really tight through the hamstrings or you've got sciatic issues. And then we're just going to rest here for about a minute. So closing your eyes, focusing on your breath. Seeing if each exhalation can relax into any part of the body that needs relaxing. Making sure your shoulders don't stiffen up. Letting your jaw be soft. One more breath here. Now, whichever leg you've got up in the air, hold on to the strap with that hand. Take the straps in that one hand. And you may have to shuffle if you don't have a lot of space where you are. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to open that leg out to the side until you run out of space like the wall here, or this other hip starts to lift up and your pelvis tilts, and then breathe in, bring it back in. So you're breathing out, letting it come down nice and controlled. Breathe in. Working into the inner thigh. We'll just do one more of those. And coming back up. While we're here, let's start to do some of those nice circles. You can use your strap to assist you. So you're starting to take your foot around as if it was washing the window or something. Nice and flat, taking it round, making your circles get bigger, working into the hip joint. And then coming back around the other way. Beautiful. All right, the easiest way to swap feet, take the straps back into two hands, lift your other leg off the floor, insert said other foot, and then rest the leg down. Easy. Okay, and again, remembering that each side of the body is not always equal. You might need to change the position that you are in, making sure shoulders are soft. Nice gentle gaze. Hold and breathe. One last breath here. Transferring the strap into the hand of that leg. Taking a breath in to breathe out, letting it come out to the side and then back up. One last one. Beautiful, starting to do those circles again. Nice and slow. Making them bigger as you go. And then coming back around. The other way. Beautiful. While we're here, let's do something we haven't done for a very long time. If you've been coming to my classes, take both feet into these straps again. And I want you to hold on a bit higher and just feeling that. And then if your neck is okay, or before we lift our head, let's just practice the breath. So the breath is in and out through your nose really fast. I'm going to do it through my mouth so you can hear what it sounds like. It sounds like this. So you're going to do that in and out through your nose. So you're going to tuck your chin, lift your head if you can, use your strap to hold you up, and we're going to do that breath of fire, and then come down. It's quite tricky, but it's very energizing as well. Good for the nervous system again. So take a breath in, coming up as you breathe out, going into your breath of fire. And coming down. Bending the knees, removing the strap, hugging the knees into the chest. Maybe rocking gently side to side. And and some circles as well. You can keep your, no, doesn't work if you put your feet in the chair. And back the other way. And then let's leave our knees here. Take our arms out to the side, palms down. And if you need to, you can rest your feet on there. Taking a breath in. As you breathe out, keep the knees and ankles together, taking them off to one side until you feel your other shoulder come off the floor. It might be that this is quite comfortable to go all the way to the side. In some, you can, if it's not up here, you can adjust it. We come into a twist. So remembering this class, or any of these classes, are about your body, suiting them for you. Letting go of any hidden tension, perhaps the contact on the floor under the, on the floor from your body. Maybe you've got tight through the buttock that's on that floor on that side, or the thigh or the knee. What can you relax here? And in a moment we're going to breathe in, and as we do, we'll keep our knees and feet together again if we can, and engage our abdomen, pulling the belly button in. So as you breathe in, tighten through the belly, lifting up through the middle. And you can rest your feet on the chair to adjust yourself if you've moved a little bit. So we do the same to the other side. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, going off to the side into that twist. And if comfortable, you can look over the opposite shoulder or just have the head neutral, whatever works for you. And again, making sure you adjust where your knees are to suit you. Relaxing on the mat underneath you, through the buttock and the hip and the thigh and the knee, the breath. Feeling the breath come and go. On the next in-breath, pulling in through the abdominals, keeping knees and ankles together. Bringing the knees back up. Perhaps a nice little hug again. And then placing the feet on the edge of the chair. I feel like I need to go back a little bit to do this next one. So we're going to take, I might need to go back. No, I'm going to come forwards. Sorry, confusing you. Rest the backs of the legs on the chair. That's better. That feels better. I'm going to take my right ankle and sit it on my left knee. And then I can decide how far I want to draw the left leg back. That might be enough. Or I could go right to the edge. And that might be a bit much. Going wherever works for you. And the leg that's on top, you'll feel it down the outside of the leg that's on top, perhaps. And just breathe. And sliding that foot back down, untangling and swapping over. So this time I've got the left ankle on the right knee. I'm sliding up and I can already feel that this side's much tighter. So I won't go as far. I'll just breathe. Let the body be repatterning. and then sliding down and letting your foot relax. Okay, you're going to need a block or some books or a bolster or a big thick cushion. What we'll be doing here is you can either leave, I'll do that to that side, either leave your legs flat and push up and put the block underneath. That might be nice for you. Or if you want a little bit more, you can bring your feet to the edge and you can change. So these blocks have the flattest side. You can see the flattest side. You can turn it upwards a little bit higher. And if you want to, you can go the full hog. So coming to somewhere that feels good for you, feels supported, putting your block underneath you. You might even feel, no, I don't like it that way. Just that triangular sacrum, that's where you want it resting. So not in the small of your back, just on that triangular bit there at the base. And then when you're in your comfy position, you're just going to let your arms come by your sides. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to just rest. We're going to be here for a few minutes. So noticing any contact you have, the back surface of your body, feet on the chair, maybe it's the back of your legs on the chair. Any part, the contact of your sacrum with a block or a cushion or stack of books, whatever it is for you. And then the shoulders touching down and the arms, the backs of the arms, perhaps your palms are turned up or turned down, fingertips. And you can notice here that your chin is tucked. And it's a good time to do that soft breath, that oceanic breath, where it sounds like a soft snore as you breathe out. You're breathing in and out through your nose, but that soft snore happening, like when you hold a seashell up to your ear. You can feel the rise and fall of your belly. Any sounds you can hear in your environment. Perhaps there's people moving in your home, music, television, voices, traffic, ticking clock. Or perhaps it's really quiet. Whatever it is, feeling the quiet. And in a moment, without disturbing yourself too much, you're going to push up so that you can take the block out and then gently curl down the spine as if you could touch every vertebra bit by bit. So you breathe in as you gently lift up, keep your eyes closed, remove whatever's underneath you, slowly curl, tilt the pelvis, keep it forwards until you touch right down. And then you stretch the legs onto your chair, keeping the eyes closed. Have a couple of minutes here to finish off. Very slowly beginning to bring some small movements to your body. Perhaps it's the wrists. As you start to move your toes and feet and ankles, maybe the knees come, and bring them over, chest. And then rolling to your side. Resting here for a moment. Contemplating this yoga. Blessings to the technology that allows us to stay connected each week or each time we come to practice during these very strange times. And then when you're ready, gently using that supporting hand to press up. Come into a comfortable seated position. Bringing the hands in front of the heart, closing the eyes. Until we meet again, may you be free from inner and outer harm. May you be happy and peaceful. May you be healthy and strong. May you look after yourselves and all those around you most joyfully. Namaste.